If you're not already earning $100,000 or more selling real estate, and or if you want to increase your income by another $100,000 over the course of the next 12 months, then I've got the perfect roadmap for you. And I'm going to share with you step by step exactly how to do that right now. And where we are going to begin this conversation is by talking about the numbers required to make this goal become a reality. And what I did is I crunched down the numbers for you all the way from what you need for the next 12 months, all the way back to what it is that you need to do daily in order for you to increase your income by at least $100,000 in the next 12 months and or finally hit the six-figure mark once and for all. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to identify what is your average commission check. We need to know what the accurate number is, not what you think it is going to be, but what it is. So how to identify that number is take a look at how much money did you make in the last 12 months, how many transactions did you close, divide those two into each other, and that will give you an accurate average commission check. Now, for the sake of this video and the sake of this number, I came up with an average commission check of $8,000. Come up with yours. So the first step is identify your average commission check. And the next thing that you need to do is divide your commission check, your average commission check, into $100,000. So for this video and the example that we're giving you, we take $8,000, we divide that into $100,000 for the additional income that you want to do. And that gives us the number of 12 extra deals. 12 extra deals, maybe 12 and a half. You know, some checks will be a little bit over 8,000, some checks will be a little bit under $8,000, but that is a very good doable number to begin with. So that is the number of listings that you need to take. So we're talking about an extra 12 transactions. So the way that we work with our clients is we say the number of transactions that you want to close is the number of listings that you need to take. Because if the case here is if we take 12 listings, well, not all 12 listings are going to make it to closing. However, if let's say, 75% of them, okay, that would be 9 transactions. Of those 9 sellers, some of them are going to become your buyers, which will compensate for the deals that fall apart. And then with all your sign calls and the marketing that you do on the listings, that will generate you some more buyers, okay? So that is the number that we need is an extra 12 listings. I don't know what your number is. Do the math based on the formulas that I've given you. So now the next thing that we need to do is we need to identify, hey, how many people do we need to speak to in order for us to do those 12 deals? Now, I'm willing to bet that the majority of people who are watching this video that haven't made $100,000 most likely have no idea how many people they need to speak to generate a lead, to turn that into an appointment, to turn that into a listing, to turn that into a sale. If you don't know, that's okay. I have a number for you to begin to work with. So what I put down right here, okay, is contacts to a listing appointment is 100. That is the number that we are going to be playing with. And I'm playing devil's advocate here, and I'm making this like very, very, very realistic. I have people that I work with that set an appointment for every 10, 15, or 20 people that they speak to. So I have no doubt that you will be able to set an actual listing appointment for every 100 people that you speak to, okay? And if your conversions are way better than that number 100, then you will most likely do, instead of doing 12 extra deals, you'll do 15, 18, or even 24 extra deals in the next 12 months. So contacts to listing appointment, I put down 100. Now appointments to listing taking is another number that we need to identify. Now, most people don't know what that number is. The people that I'm working with are converting like 75, 80% of the appointments they go on. Now, if we take a look at a national average across the United States of America, it's an average of 3 appointments to a listing taken. So again, we're playing devil's advocate, and that is the number that we're going with. So appointments to listing taken is 3. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna multiply the number 3, okay, by the amount of listings that you want to take. So in this case, you need to take an extra 12 listings. So 3 times 12 equals 36, meaning you need to go on 36 appointments over the course of the next 12 months. The next number that we need to dive into is multiplying that number 36 appointments by 100, which means you need to speak to 3,600 people over the course of the next 12 months. Big number, I know. We're going to chunk it down. It's not as bad as you're making it out to be. And if it is in your mind bad, it's like it's a bad, ugly monster number, it simply means you don't want to make that $100,000 bad enough. So now the next thing that we do is we divide that 3,600 by 240 days in the year, 240 working days in the year, and we come up with the number 15. Guys, that's it. You talk to 15 new people every single day, and that will put an extra $100,000 in your pocket over the course of the next 12 months. So to make these numbers work for you, there are certain things you have to do. I put down A, you got to make a big, bold commitment. You got to have a reason. You got to have a why. You got to connect to the why. You got to literally be motivated. Figure out a way to motivate yourself to take this action every single day. You take that big, bold commitment away, then you're not going to show up as often as you need to, and you're not going to speak to as many people as you need to every single day. So A, make a big, bold commitment. B, be on the phones no later than 8 a.m. each and every single day. It's like you got to obsess. You got to obsess with talking to new people every single day, because the bridge from where you're at to where you're trying to get to, that extra $100,000, is through people. The more people you speak to, the better you get at speaking to people. The more appointments you end up going on, the more listings you take, the more money you make. That is the equation. There is no shortcut. It's something that you got to do. So be on the phones no later than 8 a.m. And now what I want you to do as you're speaking to people, I want the bulk of the people you are speaking to be the low-hanging fruit people. What I'm talking about is people that have raised their hand in the marketplace and said, hey, I want to sell my property. Yes, I'm talking about for sale by owners. I'm talking about expired. So I want 80+% of your conversations every single day to be to for sale by owners and expired. And then to complete your contacts, let that be to someone in your database, like your past clients and your center of influence. The next thing I need you to do is I need you to spend some time every single day learning how to handle the objections that you are receiving. Look, the learning is in the doing. You're doing the calls, you're identifying the objections that you're having a hard time overcoming it. And then once you get the objections, just come back to this video, go in the comments below and say, hey, I got this objection. How do I handle it? And I'll link you to another video that shows you exactly how to handle that objection. Now, the magic formula, the magic ingredient that's going to tie everything together, it's not just going to be your scripts and dialogues. It's not going to be your ability to handle the objections. It's going to be your ability to have a very good conversation when you get to the seller's home. I'm talking about the listing presentation is going to be the make or break. So what I want you to do is I want you to spend a good 20-30 minutes every single day working on the art and science of delivering the absolute best listing presentation that you can deliver in your marketplace. And the final point is be relentless with lead follow-up, because if you're talking to that many people, by accident, by default, you are going to identify people that want to do something, not right now, maybe next month or in 3 months or 6 months or 9 months or whatever. You need to follow up on those people relentlessly, and that will tip all the numbers in your favor. You know, I just decided to add a couple more points. Consistency. And I'm going to say that one more time. Consistency is going to be the key. If this is going to be something that you're going to do here and there, you're never ever going to reach a place of momentum. And we know when you reach that place of momentum, you are going to be unstoppable. So bonus step is consistency, and bonus step number 2, incongruent with consistency, is to meet your minimum standards every single day. Because here's what's going to happen. You're going to make your 15-20 calls today, and maybe you're going to have 15-20 people that are mean to you. Okay, that's going to play with your head. It's going to say stuff doesn't work. It's going to say, why would you want to put yourself through this? Your mind is not your friend. It's going to make you want to give up. What you have to understand is that you have to base everything based on minimum standards and the law of averages. Maybe your first 100 contacts, you set absolutely 0 appointments, but contact 101 to contact 200, you set 2 appointments. Now the average is 1 appointment for every 100 people you speak to. You get the point. Consistency and daily minimum standards. Let me know what was your big takeaway from this video today in the comments below. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.